Now, I'm here to talk about what I'm calling the Charlie Bell question. What are you talking about, Matt? Here I am in Barrel HQ on a lovely autumn morning, feeling a bit like the Rod and Gum advertisement. No sponsorship here, but always welcome, of course. Well, let's start by reminding ourselves that only this week, Coles dropped a big one. They said within 5 years, they expect 30%, or almost 1/3 of online orders to be done by AI agents, not people. That's billions of dollars of shopping decisions made machine to machine rather than human to human. Now, I'm all in on AI for the right reasons and the right purposes, but let's not pretend this is a small tweak. Checkout operators, packers, shelf stackers, weekend casuals, you name it. These roles are evaporating, and they're not just teenage jobs. They're the lifeline roles for many, be it single mums, single dads, older Australians trying to make a crust, people who need flexible hours or a second income just to stay afloat. If you think about it, these jobs are the shock absorbers of the economy, and we're ripping them out without what I believe is a plan for the future. So let me take you back. Back in the early 90s, I worked weekends at a men's front in Ives, often working 6 or 7 days a week, 2 jobs doing whatever it took to get by with my growing family. I worked in the club shop. Now, one of my regulars was this lovely bloke called Charlie Bell. Many of you probably haven't heard of Charlie, but back then he was running McDonald's Australia. Later, he became global CEO at about 43 years of age. Now, Charlie started at McDonald's in Thornley at the age of 15. He wasn't even applying. He was just tagging along with a mate. But when they met Charlie with his friend, they hired him on the spot on $3.55 an hour. By 18, he was an assistant manager. By 19, he was the youngest store manager for McDonald's in the country. Now, he once told me how important that first job was. The exposure, the discipline, the confidence, and he was right. My own start in retail shaped everything about how I work today. Of course, I haven't climbed to the lofty heights of Charlie Bell. I've done okay, though, thanks to those initial groundings. So the question is, here's my concern. So if AI replaces the entry-level jobs, the weekend shifts, the after-school roles, the flexible hours that keep single parents afloat, the casual shifts older Australians rely on, where do the next Charlies come from? And how do we make sure that these people have the financial support they need to get by in life as well? So where do young people learn to deal with customers, pressure, and responsibility? Where do they get that sort of first spark that changes their trajectory when otherwise they may feel disillusioned without much opportunity and hope for the future? And what happens to the people who rely on those jobs right now just to survive, to put food on the table for their families? Now, I'm excited about AI, but I want the puppet masters, the policymakers, the CEOs, the technologists to answer this. What does that weekend of 2040 look like? Who gets the opportunities we all took for granted? And how do we make sure we're not automating away the very pathways that built the leaders we celebrate today? Because at the end of the day, folks, if we can't answer that, then the disruption isn't AI, it's what we lose along the way with AI.